Yes, thank you, Dr. Neha Kakar. I'm inviting Ms. Arya to moderate today's session. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. This is the 2045th day of continuous webinar conducted by International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy. Today, our guest is Dr. NIRAV GANATRA. Let us begin the session with 1 minute silent prayer. Thank you all. As you all know, today we have arranged a special program for the World Health Day and World Homeopathy Week celebration. And our guest is Dr. Nirav Ganatra. So has completed MD in homeopathy and is a dedicated academician and researcher currently serving as research coordinator, NABAC coordinator, and assistant professor in the Department of Organon of Medicine at LR Shah Homeopathic Medical College, Gadi Vidyapeeth. He has been extensive academic portfolio comprising multiple national and international paper presentations, poster presentations, and scientific publications in UGC approved and peer-reviewed journal. He has been actively involved as a reviewer of the reputed journals and has contributed significantly to the institutional research activities, interdisciplinary collaborations, and evidence-based advancement in homeopathy with strong commitments to clinical research, quality assurance, and student membership. Dr. Ganatra continues to advance the scientific understanding of homeopathy through innovative studies, scholarly discuss, and active participation in professional forums. He has been here in this forum for so many days and has presented some beautiful presentations earlier also. And today, Doctor will be talking about healing holistic health, the invisible power of homeopathy. So we welcome you. Miss Arya, I couldn't, there was some problem with you of network. So since you were not there,
Well,
I just
so I
introduce.
lost my internet. Right
Uh,
now I'm
so,
in hostel.
so don't worry. You can continue as a co-host and let us begin the session. Already I have introduced
Okay.
the guest.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm really sorry about my internet.
No
All of a
problem. No
sudden.
problem. This can happen with anyone because we are sitting in different part of the world and talking.
Yes.
Yes, yes, sir. You can begin the session. We probably welcome you, sir.
So thank you for the wonderful gesture and thank you for welcoming with wholehearted always on the IFPH platform. So beginning with, I was not able to share. Now, will I be able to share?
Yes, you can share. If you are co-host, you can.
Okay. Okay. So now is my screen visible?
No, no. You may stop screen sharing and restart again.
Okay. Is it now visible? Hello.
Yes, sir, it's visible. Please go ahead.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. So today, on the occasion of World Health Day, and as we all know that all the homeopathic colleges across India is celebrating for the first time the World Homeopathic Week, wherein various activities has been organized like quiz competitions, debate competitions. In some of the places, there are rallies are also being conducted across the, we can say, the districts and all the cities as well. And along that, all these activities, there was being a, we can say, provision of conducting the expert talks. So it is, I feel myself privileged that on the occasion of World Health Day, as well as in the commemorating the World Homeopathic Week, I would be able to contribute some of the clinical presentation on this IFPH platform. in the 2045th online webinar of IFPH. So today's my topic is healing holistic health. And this is only possible with the help of the invincible power of the homeopathy. Holistic health, achieving holistic health by the process not of recovery or cure. We can say that the speedy recovery, what they say, but it is only achievable with the help of the cure, which is based on the principles of Sito Tito et Chukunde, that is rational with comprehensible principle, rapid and gentle. So let us see. Health is not just merely the absence of the disease. Absence of the sign and symptoms is not, we can say, what we define it as health. True healing comes by the balance of the mind, body, and spirit. WHO has also added a point along with this the balance of the mind, body, and spirit, that is desire to do work. Whatever we are doing or whatever our functions are there, that is because of the mind, body, and spirit that is going to do some work itself. Rising global shift towards holistic and integrative medicine. Earlier, there was because of everyone was requiring the speedy recovery, so people were taking it as less into the consideration. But as now homeopathy has been evidence-based study for providing rapid, gentle, and permanent cure, speedy recovery, cure has been taken through this all comprehensible principles and documented in a proper method. So, homeopathy, a gentle, deep acting, and individualized system of medicine, has now proven to be most beneficial. And earlier, as per the, we can say, the WHO guidelines also, and the survey of the WHO, World Health Organization, homeopathy has been considered as the second most practiced or second most trustworthy science of the medicine. What is holistic health according to homeopathy? Concept of treating the whole person. We are not going to treat the person on the basis of just mere sign and symptoms of the disease, just constructing sign and taking sign and symptoms of the patient and giving medicine on the basis of just the disease name. That is, we are not going to give a nosological prescription, but the holistic health is achieved from the components, that is physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being of a person. Physical symptoms are also taken into the consideration. Physical aspect of the body is also taken into the consideration, along with the mental disturbances, mental wellness, mental well-being of the person, that is mental attributes and mental state of the person is also being considered for the process of the cure. Emotional aspect of the particular person who is suffering from the disease. Why? What changes in the emotions has taken place, which has led to the particular disease? All those emotional aspects are also being taken into the consideration. Spiritual aspect of the person is also taken into the consideration while prescribing or selecting the simillimum for a person suffering from the disease. Homeopathy, as we all know, is the science which focuses more on the root cause of the disease. Along with that, lifestyle and constitution also plays an important role. Person suffering from diabetes, if it does not change its lifestyle, continues to take the consumption of the sweet and sedentary lifestyle, then the cure of that diabetes would be difficult. Also, while the prescription of the simillimum, constitution of the person is also taken into the utmost consideration. Stout constitution, phlegmatic constitution on the basis of various different authors, Von Grewal's constitutional findings, where different aspects of a person's physical structure and mental construction is taken place into the constitution, building up of the constitution. And this constitution will help us to identify the constitutional remedy of the patient. What would be the constitution remedy? That depends upon the constitution of the patient. Constitution will be again dependent upon all the components which we discussed at present: physical aspect, mental aspect, emotional well-being, and the spiritual aspect of the person, where we believe treat the patient and not merely the disease. We are treating the person in the disease and not the disease into the person. How does this mind body connection helps us in curing the person? Mind body, that is the psycho endocrinological neurological axis, PEN axis, plays a pivotal role in the disease development. Pathogenesis of any of the disease is being proven to be the distribution or disturbance in this PNE axis. If this PNE axis has been disturbed, some or other kind of the condition will be taking place. If a person is not able to speak out his emotions, that emotions get stuck up into the throat, getting it into the condition of the thyroid disorders. This mind body connection helps in the process of identifying the constitution of the person and identifying the constitutional remedy for that suffering organism. Emotional factors influences the diseases. We know stressful lifestyle of this present 22nd century is very much difficult to handle. The Gen Z generation, which is coming up with the lots of stresses of very small things. This stressful condition accumulates and causes disease in the patient. And most of the generation which is suffering right now is the younger generation, which is not able to handle all this stress person. These stressful factors are going to cause anxiety into that person, which is leading to anxiety disorders. These anxiety disorders again is going to disturb the health of the patient. This anxiety disorders, the stress ultimately leads to a particular type of a trauma which persists into the subconscious mind of a patient. This trauma, which is being buried deep into the patient's subconscious mind, is being taken up further and which develops into the disease. Homeopathy addresses these psychosomatic disorders, which has been developed from the disturbance into the psychological cases, mental aspect, emotional factors, and ultimately leading into the somatic case. Today, we are going to discuss one such case of a lady where the psychosomatic condition has taken place. How this developed from its life space, we would be investigating. And ultimately, integration of the mental healing will be done. So all these factors, which we components, which we saw in the last slide, would be addressed with the help of our holistic homeopathy. Let us see how the holistic health in current scenario can be obtained. As we all know, uh, currently we are not having an idea of the seasons which are going on right now. Basically, this is the summer period to be going on, but if we're talking about the Gujarat, especially in our city, it has been seen all the three season getting mixed or going. In morning, there is the condition of windy period, which was be winter stage. Cool breeze would be there. In afternoon period, there would be somewhat amount heat would be there, and moving towards the evening, there might be some raindrops coming about. So all these transition phase of these seasons are becoming difficult for human beings to adapt around. So this would be the physical aspect. But why these physical factors have been stirred up? Why these physical factors brought about the disease? There should be some susceptibility in the patient which is stirring up these physical factors to be a cause of a particular disease. That lies into the mental aspect. That is causing the disturbance in the psychology of the patient. This disturbed psychology would have been resulted because of the stirring up of the present condition due to these different physical factors. The dry, prickly heat of the summers brings with it its own set of problems. that can be damaging to both skin and hair. If we see, the most heat condition can cause both the extreme aspects, that is dryness of the skin, and because of the perspiration, oiliness of the skin. While summers are considered to be the harshest on our skin, monsoons too are not far behind in the race of the damage. We can see the humid condition or the humidity into the environment is causing many much damage into the physical aspect of the patient. The first drops of rain can make you feel refreshed and rejuvenated after the hot summer, but the downpour season can be quite punishing to your skin and hair, triggering a host to dull skin issues like skin allergies, hyperpigmentation, facial folliculitis, dulls, and frizzy hair due to dirt, pollution, acidity in rain, wetness, and excessive humidity. So all these conditions, all these cases causes a damage to our healthy skin and our healthy hair. So ultimately, this suddenness of the changes in the climatic conditions stirs up the cases around us. A 29 years old female patient who was working as a maid consulted in the clinic with the continuously itching of her scalp and tired expressions asking to do something about her complaint and give relief to her. So I'm feeling so much itching in my hair and my scalp is so irritating. It has made very much difficult for me to work all around. As we all know that maids have to be most hygienic so that people can rely on them for their household chores, for their different works into their own home. And if people would see, just think of yourself itself. If you see your maid continuously itching all over her skin and scalp and perspirating badly, will you be able to see that particular person working for your hygienic home? But obvious, it's the case of a no. So the same condition was taking place with this maid. This maid was very tired because of the itching and all the kind of the problems which were taking place into her scalp. Considering the patient as a whole, constitutional homeopathic treatment was given and cure was achieved. How and what was the complaint? What was the way of treatment we will be exploring right now. Presenting complaints, hair falling, whole hairs are falling out from the frontotemporal region. Especially this was the case of the female and maid. So this hair fall was of a lot of concern for that particular patient because being female, it is a very particular issue that how hair falling can be stopped, how hair falling can be taken place. All these hair falling issue was bringing more anxiety into the case of this female. Dry, painful, coppery colored, itchy, crusty eruptions on the scalp. In morning, lying down on the aggravation was seen in the morning and on the lying down on the bed. Just when I stand up from the bed, so this much hair, bunches of hair are there present into my pillow. Very much aggravating condition during when lying down on the head, when the head is rubbing towards the pillow. So whenever I get up, whenever I awake from the sleep, whenever I'm rising from the lying down position from the bed, I can see so much hair being fallen down on my pillow. So aggravation lying down on the bed and in morning case. Here we can see the eruptions, case or condition of the eruption. Dry was there totally. Were painful coppery colored, itchy, crusty eruptions were present on the skull. Must scratch the eruption to get relief. If she doesn't scratch or doesn't eat, it was continuously irritating her, was continuously giving painful condition to her. So voluptuous itching was continuously present. Must scratch the eruption to get relief. This condition arises in every monsoon season since last 3 years. Here we can see the periodicity has been observed into the case of this particular condition, where a patient is unable to get relief from this itch eruptions and hair fall, which is taking place every year during the monsoon season, during this transition from summer to monsoon period. So this was the whole particular presenting complaints. Hair falling, whole hairs are falling out from the frontotemporal region, dry, painful, coppery colored, itchy crust eruptions on the skull. Aggravation was seen during morning, lying down on the bed, and must scratch the eruption to get the relief. This condition arises in every monsoon season since last 3 years, of marked periodicity. History of the presenting complaints. Before 3 years, it started with small coppery colored eruption on the frontal region of the skull. Initially, there was only itching present, which used to get relieved by scratching. But later on, burning and pain due to long scratching started. Now, large dry area covering the frontotemporal region with coppery, crusty eruptions, along with itching and burning pain is present. So this was the whole history of the presenting complaints. That before 3 years, it all started with a small eruption, which was present in the frontal region of the skull. Very small eruption was there, but that lady used to scratch like this continuously, and that scratching got spread of the disease into the scalp from temporal region, from frontal region. Frontotemporal portion were into the case. Frontotemporal portion were having this kind of scratching. Coppery crusty eruptions were seen into this case. Again, that was making it coppery crusty eruptions along with itching and burning pain. If we see the associated complaints, tearing pain in calf muscles for last 3 months, which was aggravated, lying down, getting wet touch. So tearing pain in calf muscles from last 3 months was only observed. Reports were asked to be done, and deficiency of vitamin B12 was also being seen because, and this deficiency again, why we are talking about this deficiency condition, because we're going to correlate it with the mental aspect or the psychological aspect at the end of the case analysis, which was aggravated on lying down. All the conditions, all the things were aggravated by lying down, getting wet on touching. All these things were aggravating the condition of the tearing pain in the calf muscles, which was being from last 3 months. Past history, if you see, recurrent tonsillitis was seen up to the 8 years of age, but after then it was not so much seen into the condition. Every winter, this lady had tonsillitis when up to the age of 8 years of age. Menarche was seen at 16 years, which was again delayed and painful aspect for her during the menarche. Hard tumor-like growth on both the forearm region, at the age of 19 years of age. And that tumor was also again of a condition on both the forearm region itself. Dehydration problems from 21 years of age. Faints like anything during doing any kind of work, and you cannot bear these conditions. Skin allergy, redness with itching generalized from 24 years of age. Scalp eruptions from 26 years of age. So all these things explains us the development of the miasmatic aspect over here. We can see the recurrent tonsillitis, that is itis inflammatory stage developing from the psoric aspect. suppressed, considers going into the delayed and painful menarche and hard tumor-like growth on the both of the fora. That is development of the psychotic aspect, dehydration problems, skin allergies, scalp eruptions. All these, some or other aspect was explaining about the condition of the patient is to be soric psychotic aspect. Treatment history, if we see, undergone allopathic treatment for scalp eruptions, which gives timely relief for time being. And most of the thing which was being important was anti-allergic medicines were taken. The patient was being told that you are immunosuppressed and you are having high allergic conditions and immunity issues and all. And ultimately, all these cases or all these conditions were being taken up into the consideration. Family history, if we see, father died due to acute MI. Family history also suggests about the suddenness of the diseases. Mother was having menstrual irregularities and died in an accident before 5 years. History of skin complaints to brother for 5 years, but no recurrence was cited. So the disturbance into the dermal layer, or we can say ectodermal aspect of this particular case was being seen. History of skin complaints was going throughout in the family history as well as in the past history also of the patient. If we see the now the personal history, appetite, 2 to 3 chapatis per meal only with a bowl of rice. But my digestion is too slow. Due to that, I feel like my abdomen gets bloated, always feeling full. Patient described that if I eat somewhat also, I get easily satisfied and my abdomen hold. If after eating, my abdomen feels full whole of the day and it's feeling like a blotting condition. So full of abdomen, heaviness of the abdomen is also seen. Diet, vegetarian diet, thirst 8 to 10 glasses per day, desires a smoky food with a crispy layer on it. This is a very marked condition which she described. Here I was taking burnt food desire for these cases, but then she described properly into the way that I like smoky food with a crispy layer on it. So most of the cases we can take this into the consideration. Aversion, meat or any smell of the non-veg food. She was unbearable for these two things. Uh, if she sees also the meat or if she is having any smell of the non-vegetarian food, even the smell of the eggs was also intolerable for the patient. Intolerance, milk, which causes diarrhea into the patient. If she drinks milk or milk cold drinks or milk containing food items also, then it causes diarrhea to the patient. Bowels regular and satisfactory. Sometimes get constipated, but regulation in my diet relieves my constipations. Urine, no complaints with the frequency of 5 to 6 times per day. Sweat was very, we can say, marked over here. Profuse sweating, offensive sweating, sour smelling perspiration all over the body. So profuse smelling, profuse perspiration, offensiveness was also marked into the case, and the sour smelling perspiration was being noted. Sleep decreased and unrefreshing. Continuously, she was having that particular kind of we can say tension in her head. That if I'll sleep, I would be rubbing my head while moving from one side to another side, and due to that rubbing, my hair would be falling more and more. I get sleep late at night, and in the morning feel sleepy and tired. I feel as if had not slept at night. Dreams. Sometimes I do get the dreams of my dead parents and other dead people. Thermals, which was seen according to that table, like fanning was required or not, which kind of water used for bathing, which kind of water that the person is drinking. All those conditions were taken place and was analyzed as chili patient. This is now very peculiar place to explore the patient. She is the third child of her parents. In her childhood, she was very calm, very silent, and alone playing type of the child. She used to play with her own toys, and she would not ask for any toys which she wanted. All the things which she got was from her elder brothers, sisters, and she was we can say, the position of the child, that is the third child of her parents. Nothing in her surroundings used to affect her much, but she was very much attached to her mother, and slightest distress to her mother used to appear on her face. She was a non-demanding, or we can say, portion of her house. She didn't used to ask for anything for like her toys, dress up to be, and all the things what she was being given from her parents or her elder siblings. She used to accept it. And she was very calm and she was not demanding at all. But the point was, she was very, very much attached to her mother. And slightest distress to her mother used to appear on her face. Because of the economic state of her father was not very well, she could not complete her studies. She went to the school up to 11th standard only. Then she got married at the age of 21 years. And after the marriage, the whole workload of the house was on her. Before marriage, she was also used to help her mother in her household chores, but she was getting a helping hand from her mother. But after marriage, the whole workload of her was put up on her. Due to heavy working and no one taking care of her after marriage, she used to get recurrent dehydration problems. Sometimes when I used to treat in the earlier cases, I was feeling that she was having some hysterical condition also. But after of the proper clinical checkups and all the things, it was seen that no, it was dehydration problems taking place to her. Later on, at the age of 25 years, mother died in the car accident. She was shocked due to that sudden incident. Her mother was the only one from where she used to get love, care, and affection. Still, she cannot cope up with that shock. The nature of the husband was also dominating and strict. He used to get angry easily. This work is not done, that work is not done, work of the house is pending, all those things, that the very trifles that her husband used to get angry, which was causing more pain to her. So, since last 3 years, her husband got the problem of drinking alcohol, and after drinking, he used to beat her. This incident happening after the death of her mother, she used to feel like there is no one left to her to love her, and there is nobody for her in the world. She also narrated that due to his drinking problem only, now I have to work as a maid. So the whole scenario got turned over here. Only mother was there to take care of her. Whole workload of the house was on her, because of which she was already disturbed and irritated, which caused folliculitis, or we can say the dermatitis into the head or condition. And after the death of the mother, her husband also got into the drinking. He got into the very different kind of the bad habits and all. So, and again, he used to beat her. Already he was being angry, dominating, not understanding the condition of the patient. And at last, he started beating the patient also. So there, the patient felt that there is no one left to love her and there is nobody for her in the world. She also noted that due to this drinking problem of her husband, she has to now work as the maid. She is suffering because of someone else. So what mentals I perceived from this case were secondary extroverted. According to the position of hers in the family, in her, we can say the father's family it was identified as secondary extroverted, desired to be alone, gets irritable at trifles in the people around her when she is sad, stays in continuous fear that something unpleasant or bad will happen, fear of death that she will suddenly die with painful suffering because she has seen that her was died because of cardiac arrest, acute MI. Her mother also died in a particular accident. So she has now got a fear inside her mind that I will also will die because of this painful suffering or unpleasant death would be there for me. Gets easily frightened by the slightest of the noise, continuously thinking about her troubles. This, I am very misfortunate, I am having this kind of problem, I am having that problem, this is troubling me, that is troubling me. And all of the sudden her husband started drinking, which was being a very crucial aspect that though they were not having much finances, but still person of our patient has to pop up from this. So continuously thinking about her troubles and anxiety about her financial matters. Weeping in despair, she was sobbing while narrating her situation. The whole case, she described while sobbing painfully, sobbing and crying, weeping during the whole case discussion. Physical examination was done. Built and nourishment was weakened build, laxed musculature, pale waxy skin was seen, pallor was seen, observed in skin and conjunctiva. No sinuses were there, clubbing and edema, and no lymphadenopathy was also seen. Respiratory rate 18 per minute, pulse 28 per minute, and blood pressure was bit raised 138 by 94 mm of Hg. Scalp was inspected. Inspection of scalp was done. Color coppery colored eruptions were seen mostly into the frontal and temporal part of the body. Size, varying condition, consistency, rough, crusty, configuration, irregular, margination, ill-defined, surfaces, dry scales were there. This inspection was very, very helpful because already it is a mucocutaneous aspect. If we see the configuration was irregular, it was not particularly circular, oval, or anything, but irregular configuration was seen. Margination was also ill-defined from where the healthy scalp was there, or from where the dirty scalp was there, from where the eruptions were starting was not defined. Palpitation of the scalp, rough, crusty, dry surface was there, and tender on touch. When I was doing inspection of the scalp and when I was checking up the scalp, I tried to touch the eruption, and that eruption was very painful when I touched it. So tenderness on the touch was also seen. If we see the analysis and evaluation of the symptoms, we can say if we see the mental generals, all these conditions started after her marriage with a dominating husband and the patient having no support from the mother aspect. So, ailments from domination, 4-second feeling, desire to be alone, irritable when sad, fear that something unpleasant will happen, fear of death, easily frightened, persistent thoughts, weeping with sobbing. All these were taken into the aspect of the mental symptoms. Physical generals, if we see, milk intolerance causes diarrhea, profuse, offensive, sour swelling, sweat was taken into the consideration, decreased, unrefreshing sleep, dreams of dead people, chilly patient, physical particulars, hair falling, dry, painful, coppery colored, itchy, crusty eruptions on the scalp, which was aggravated during rainy weather, morning, lying down on bed, and was ameliorated on scratching. Tearing pain in calf muscles, aggravated by lying down, getting wet, and touch. So this was the whole analysis and evaluation of the symptoms. Totality was formed with all these things. And on repertorization, magnesium carbonicum was the top remedy coming up onto the case. All the physical aspects were being covered by the remedy. All the, we can say, mental aspect were also covered. The generalities were also being taken into the consideration. Lycopodium, arsenic, and nitramur were also being taken into the consideration, but in some or the other case, the physical aspects were not taking place. And constant fear of something will happen, unpleasant will happen, that was being only taken up by this magnesium carbonicum. So the guidance of the synthesis repertory and various reference from the reference of the various mathematicas, finally magnesium carbonicum was selected to be the simillimum remedy, and single dose of MecCarb 1M was given along with the placebo for 15 days. And also patient was advised to keep the areas clean by washing, and hygienic advices were being also given. On the first follow-up, itching was slightly reduced. Pain was absolutely absent. Eruptions were also reduced. Crust formation was minimally seen. Pain in the calf muscles was also relieved by 60%. Sleep was improved. Sour perspiration was also slightly reduced. So I didn't repeat the remedy and gave placebo for further 15 days and thought, let us give us a call what was there. But after 15 days, he had one fight with her husband. And again, the domination was over there. Her husband again beaten her. So all the things stirred up again. She presented with increased itching. Pain was absent this time. Eruptions were as it is, which was decreased were in the status quo condition. Crust formation was also still present. Calf muscles pain was also present as it is. Sleep was improved, and sour perspiration was again developed as per the frequency itself. So I repeated magnesium MECCAP 1M single dose again, and placebo was given. In the third follow-up, itching was minimal, pain was also not there, eruptions were totally reduced, crust formation was not seen, pain in the calf muscle was also relieved by 80%. Sleep was improved, sour perspiration was reduced. All the things were going well. So again, placebo was given for 15 days. When she came up into the last follow-up, she had again a fight with her husband. But this time, she narrated that problem in a different aspect itself. She said that this time also her husband was came up with the belt to beat her, but she faced her dominatingly with equal domination. That you don't have right to beat me. I am working for this house. I am doing the things for this whole financial matters of our house. And in turn, you are being a parasite to me. So the development on the mental aspect for fighting back for her own rights was also developed. Now she has good relations with her mother-in-law also, where she finds a motherly love from her mother-in-law. She finds the image of her mother in her mother-in-law. So she has now got again a ventilated aspect where she can vent out his all the sufferings, her all the pain, her all the things from which were troubling her. So even after all these troubles, she come up with no itching, no pain, no any kind of eruptions. New skin formation in the scalp was also seen, and no pain in the calf muscles. Sleep was also normal. All the perspiration aspect was also normal. So I again gave her a placebo and asked that if she faces any other problem in the coming future, then again she can come anytime for the consultation. But after about 6 months, it has been already, but she has not come with any kind of complaint regarding any physical aspect or any mental aspect also. Sometimes she comes up with just for her son's medicine. At that time also, when I asked about how's all going on in her house, she replies with a smile, all good is taking place and all everything is now going good. So magnesium carb, this remedy acted upon the mental aspect of the patient, which was stirring up the physical conditions in the patient's body. What is the conclusion of this whole case? That homeopathy stands as a truly holistic and powerful system of healing that goes beyond the mere symptom and relief to address the individual as a whole, mind, body, and spirit. Rooted in the principles laid down by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, it works by stimulating the body's innate vital force, enabling deep and lasting restoration of the health. If just partially similar remedy was there, or if a temporary relief, or just we can say recovery was there, then the patient would have come up with the aggravated complaints every now and then. But a long lasting and deep restoration of the health has been taken place. In an era marked by rising chronic and lifestyle disorders, homeopathy offers a gentle, safe, and individualized approach that not only cures but also promotes long term well being. Its ability to treat the root cause, harmonize the internal balance imbalances, and support the natural healing truly reflects its invincible power in achieving the holistic health. So, with this, I conclude my session where we saw about the various aspect of the case. So, wishing all a very uh, good health, holistic health on the World Health Day with the help of homeopathy, and wishing the Hahnemannian greetings to all the homeopaths and all the people joined for the session on this platform of IFPH. I acknowledge and I thank Dr. Dhanesh for always being prompt for arranging the sessions and coordinating the sessions so well with all the kind of technical issues and all the conditions which are being faced by any of them at the last moment also. I thank IFPH, International Forum for Promoting Homeopathy, for providing me the platform to share my case and the presentations. Thank you.
Yes.
I conclude my session.
Thank you, Dr. Ganatha. It's really a very good session. And as you point out, today is the World Health Day, and we are celebrating the same as well as the the Homeopathic Week celebration, also World Homeopathic Week celebration. So both things are a very, very good thing, and we need to celebrate all these things because life is something to celebrate. And if you are not celebrating your life, then it is totally vain. That's what I must say, because we have several occasions in the past that nobody was the time to celebrate these things, but things are entirely different now. We have many options, as you point out here, that you people are celebrating in the colleges with the quiz competitions, conducting essays, writing making arrangement for different type of programs. All those things is a boost for homeopathy, and that's something great for homeopathy. And not only that, people in the coming years will remember homeopathy for the best thing that the doctors in the past has done for homeopathy. And as per your subject, healing holistic health, the invisible power of homeopathy is something you really open up the case and show how beautifully homeopathy works in those situations where and, the mind, which is very, very important. You cannot get the examination of mind through X-ray, radiation, X-ray, or blood examination or even MRI or scan report. But these are all something different. But the studying the mind of a patient requires a lot of intense desire to get into the person and find out what he is or what he or she is and how it happened and why this disease developed and how the healthy person become a diseased person. And shown the beauty of knowing the family history, the previous history, present history, everything was taken into consideration. And finally, the after repertorization, you're able to choose the right medicine also. And that works. And that's the reason why the patient got the improvement day by day, and gradually it's become normal. So congratulations once again. It's the time for discussion. Those who want to participate in the discussion can raise your hand so that we can allow you to unmute yourself. I'm inviting Dr. Manoj to say a few words on World Health Day celebration as well as World Homeopathic Day celebration and the presentation.
Definitely science presentation, and of course, homeopathy is the medical science the world desperately requires. But unfortunately, we are not able to reach such a state that we can answer to the queries from different corners, deliberately or undeliberately raised queries. So what is needed is more professional approach, and we should start more courses. Recently, we know that the IIT Kharagpur started the engineering college, medical course, they are blending together to advance. They are inviting applicants from the medical graduates from MBBS doctors, not from BHMS doctors. So we should also make some adjustments or arrangements to develop ourselves, to improve ourselves. Otherwise, we can't. Moreover, the specialty courses, like the DNB courses, we should start in our hospitals. Then only we can claim the specialist status.
Exactly.
Yes.
What NCH had put up was about the specialty courses should be fueled up nowadays, that it should be considered for university courses also. So we as a homeopath should also take some considerations for proving our homeopathy to be not only the placebo science, but it is an evidence-based study science itself.
What is the basic hindrance is that we don't have enough professional courses, no have specialists. So we need such courses. We are a lot of doctors treating thyroid cases. If we have a super special thyroid disease, definitely their voice will be accepted. That is not happening now. We are self-styled specialists. That is not enough. Okay.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, now Miss Arya, you can speak. Arya is a third year student of BHMS and she is one of our moderators.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, all. So, really, this presentation was very nice. Especially, I want to say the mode of case taking which he had done from the beginning till the end. From the childhood, he took the case from childhood to the current scenario, so that he will get all the mental and physical
Life-based
general.
investigation.
So it was a nice case presentation, and because of this much of mental symptoms, he can reach to the simillimum correctly, and this will get a 100% result also, sir. Thank you so much. And actually, it is again open our mind to take such a case in a detailed way. So thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank
ma'am.
you. Now I am inviting Dr. Rambaresu sir to say a vote of thanks to the physician.
Thank you, Dr. Dhanesh ji and Dr. Manoj ji. Namaskar and congratulations, Dr. NIRAV GANATRA.
Thank you, sir.
Healing, holistic and health. Very good presentation, excellent session according to law of homeopathic science. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, mind, body, and spiritual, and focus on root cause. Root cause, mental is the root cause, not physical is the
Exactly.
root cause. Lifestyle and constitution. Health, patient, treat the patient, not the disease. Treat the patient, not the disease. According to law of homeopathic individual science. Our mind is important. Main cause of disease, mind. आज क्या है कि सुनो तातो मानस रोगा जिनते दुख पावहि सब मोह सकल व्याधिन कर मूला तिनते पुनि उपजहि बहुत सुना काम बात कप लोभ अपारा क्रोध पित छाती जा रहा तो माइंड इनविजुअल कॉज इनविजिबल एंड रिजल्ट फिजिकल बॉडी विजिबल
Invincible.
हाँ विजिबल
Okay, sir.
cause invisible, anger cause, emotional cause, grief cause, है ना?
Yes, sir.
Greed cause, dhamma result, gas result, bath result, sciatica result, not cause. So weakness of yani thinking of mind, negative thinking, and indisposition cause, maintenance, lifestyle, maintenance cause.
Yes, sir.
So, very, very thanks, Dr. NIRAV
Thank you, sir.
GANATRA, on behalf of IFPH whole team. Very, very thanks.
I
Again,
also thank the
presentation.
IFPH team
Nice.
from my side for providing
Nice
this
case
platform
presentation.
for
Thank you.
presenting.
Thank you.
Thank
Ghar
you,
Ghar
sir.
Homeopathy, Ghar Ghar Homeopathy, Ghar Ghar
Okay, sir.
Homeopathy.
Okay, sir. Yes, Arya, you can conclude.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, doctors. As today is World Health Day and today I've read that the theme for this year is to provide equal equity in health, and something which we should appreciate. It's that giving equal chance for all these branches of medicine, an equal chance to cure,
Integrative
and that
aspect.
is in a as a holistic, as a team, we should of course do not see each other as inferior or superior, because each branches has its own limitations, as well as they have its capabilities and scopes. So we should indeed, I think it's a really good team this year, and we should appreciate that the equity that we see in health systems today, the variety of alternatives we have. So thank you, Dr. NIRAV GANATRA, for spending time with us and for
Ma'am.
your wonderful session. And I'm wishing all the
Thank you, ma'am.
doctors
Thank you,
present
everybody.
here a happy health day again. Sir, I'm a third-year student. Actually, I'm supposed to be the moderator today, but I lost my internet connection. That's why I couldn't appear here. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Danesh, sir. And I thank IFPH for
Thank you.
providing such a great platform, an opportunity to learn,
Thank
and an opportunity to cooperate. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tomorrow there will be a special session in connection with our World Homeopathic Day celebration. The subject of discussion, there will be a big discussion about to take place, and the science of similia, the everlasting legacy of homeopathy. That is the subject to be discussed, and the participant will be Dr. Nikhil Trivedi from UK, Dr. Kathy Lemon from USA, Dr. Beatrice Gessner from Germany, Dr. Rashmi Shukla from India, and Dr. Shaji Gudiyat will be the moderator. Thank you all. Good night. Over to Dr. Manas for the Malayalam session.